All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video today. Today we're going to talk about a $25,000 brand new Model 2 and maybe a $25,000 used Model 2 and some model Tesla model whatevers, and talk about it because there's some interesting stuff that just got released, just got announced by Tesla, and it looks like there might be something coming on the horizon in terms of like a Project Highland or Generation 3 project or whatever. And there's a couple articles about, is there going to be a $25,000 Model 2 unveiled in the next year or maybe 2024? So we're going to jump into it and take a look at what we found. But before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, thanks for watching another video. Thanks for watching another stream. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel, but more on that later. All right, so let's take a look. This is an article I found. Tesla $25,000 Model 2 car expected to be unveiled in 2024. It's from Teslarati, but the next thing I'm about to show you is even more interesting because the next one is actually a post from Reddit, and it seems like it's from Tesla Communications himself. But before we get into that, let's take a look at this one. Quote, Tesla analysts Loop Ventures thinks the Tesla Model 2 will be unveiled in 2024. Quote, Tesla will wait until 2024 to announce the Model 2. I mean, that's the prediction, but it seems like, if sales, go in this certain trend, and they don't start to miss more analysts' numbers. I mean, they're still growing year over year, but they could triple or double down and sell a even less inexpensive vehicle to really capture market share. Like, what if they just dropped like all the prices of everything down like $10,000 each, like the Model A, $55,000, Model 3, $35,000, and then a Model 2, $25,000. If you think about it, if they can get to that level, because Elon has came out, he said he prefers volume over margin. He'd rather sell more vehicles, more Teslas out there, get the name out there. And so, at Tesla Model 2, they've teased it for years now. I mean, sometimes they've even said it wasn't coming out, but now it actually might be coming out confirmed. And there's something in an announcement that Tesla just talked about regarding an investor day, which I'll show you in a second, in which they talk about a new Tesla coming out. So let's see what else this article says. Of course, there's been few details that have been released. Elon Musk, quote, has set some goals for the electric model vehicle that Tesla might focus on during development of the Model 2. First, the Model 2's price range is $25,000. I mean, that'd be sick, right? Like a brand new car, a brand new Tesla for $25,000. That would really destroy all the other competition out there. I mean, it'd be at least all the other EV competition. All right, so no more stalling. I'll get into the actual thing that just got released and found. So this is a post off of Reddit. Hopefully I don't block it. Tesla announces 2023, quote, 2023 Investor Day for March 1st to talk, quote, long-term expansion and, quote, Generation 3 platform, end quote. So I think the key thing here is this wording, Generation 3 platform. So when you first think of that, you think like, oh, Model 3, right? Like, it's just, that's just reverbaged, mumbo jumbo of the Highland platform or the Model 3 platform or whatever. But then if you start to think about it some more, and actually like some of the comments down here actually make a lot of sense, but you can see so this is probably the best comment that come out here. So quote from Taka. So shout out to Taka. I would guess that the S and X was the first generation. Makes sense. The Model 3 and the Y was the second generation. Makes sense. And so presumably the Cybertruck is going to introduce the basis for their next generation platform. Perhaps the Model 3 Highland rumor will use it. Who knows? So, I mean, it could either be Generation 3 Cybertruck, or it could be Generation 3 cheaper cars. So if you think right here, this comment from Furry, shout out to them, Cybertruck is its own thing. Highland is still on the Model 3 quote unquote platform. That makes sense. Generation 3 cheaper cars. And I kind of agree with this. I mean, I think this is like their next step of the master plan, like, right, make an expensive vehicle or like a Roadster and the S and the X that, people strive to go for, and then make, a cheaper, more mass produced vehicle. Or maybe the Model 3 and the Model Y isn't that cheap, the inexpensive mass produced vehicle, and the Generation 3 is actually going to be the mass produced vehicle. So, I mean, this is everything here. We can only speculate, but it does seem to think that, then this date on March 1st, there's going to be more information, of course, that's going to be released. And this is yet another date to put on our calendars and see, just wait and see what is going to be out there. So right now we had January 2nd, which was the delivery and production numbers. We probably don't have anything else until January 25th, until our earnings call. But I mean, there might be price changes and things like that in between. And then, of course, I've always said February or even March, because that's the last month of the quarter, last month of the first year, and also fiscal year too, can play a, part of this. And also right before tax season, right before April, which is tax time, and everybody gets their, checks and refunds and stuff like that, if you get it. So March is going to be a very, very interesting time because, traditionally that's when Tesla and other manufacturers, ramp up the incentives just a little bit. And it's going to be that last month of the quarter. And so they could use this date, this investor date, to announce, the new models. They could announce some discounts, could announce how this new model plays into everything in the ecosphere, like $25,000 Model 3. $35,000 model, $25,000 Model 2, $35,000 Model 3, and $55,000 Model Y standard range or something to that effect. But definitely some interesting stuff out there. This is a post on Reddit. Definitely check it out if you're interested. And let me know what you guys think on this. Like, do you think a $25,000 Model 2 is coming? I certainly think so in the next year. But at the same time, we are right on the cusp. And I know Alexis wants me to say this, but we're right on the cusp of a $25,000 used Model 3. The market's going to hit there. And when it does, because now you got to remember, there is now a $4,000 tax credit for used EVs under $25,000. It's just started this year now. So if you can find an EV under $25,000 and fit within the guidelines of the tax credit, and now that I think about it, I probably should make a video about this as well, kind of walking through everybody on what actually qualifies. But if you can find a Model 3, and now that I'm thinking about it, holy crap, what if it's does it take into consideration private sales? Because what if, bill of sales says $24,000? I don't know. I'm just thinking, if you're going to buy the car, make sure it's legit and buy the car for the right price. But, there's a couple stipulations here, but yeah, I feel like we are right on the cusp of a used Model 3 being under $25,000. And then it's $21,000, which if you can get, a decent Model 3, 40,000 miles, 20, and I wouldn't really want to go past 2019, maybe 2018, maybe, but that would be sick, because then who needs a Model 2 for under 25,000? Because this Model 3 that you get used is 100,000% going to have a lot more options. But because there is this $4,000 tax credit, I feel like that's going to be kind of like that buffer line or baseline where the Model 3 just does not go under that, because anytime a Model 3 that goes for sale under $25,000, it's just going to get scooped up like hotcakes, because everybody wants that $25,000, inexpensive Model 3 and get that $4,000 tax credit. That could literally be a business right here, trying to source these, inexpensive Model 3s and just rapid selling them, because they literally would sell all of them for $24,990 plus processing fee plus everything, blah, 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 blah. But let's jump into some comments and some questions. Let me know what you guys think on this announcement from Tesla of the 2023 Investor Day on March 1st. Of course, the big thing is that Generation 3 platform. And then let's see what else is. Our investors will be able to see our most advanced production line, as well as discuss long-term expansion plans, Generation 3 platform, capital allocation, and other subjects with our leadership team. We need when are discounts coming? We want to see discounts. So that's what we want here. But all right, but Let's jump into some comments and some questions. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can check it out and support the channel. There's benefits or varieties of benefits at certain levels, but some of those benefits include actually scheduling a call with me where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price and really good financing. And right now, there's actually a credit union on. There's two. I just found another one that has pretty good rates, anywhere from 3 to 3.5%. So definitely check that out if you're interested. But let's jump into some comments. Tapia Andy, hey Dennis, hope you get your Tesla soon. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Andy. Thanks for jumping in. I might be getting a Tesla soon, so we shall see. Alexis, hey, Top Lady. Yeah. Hey, Alexis, how are you? Like hanging in there. Yeah. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone is well, healthy, not sick, and doing grandy. Alexis, I bet it's on $29,999. Yeah. I mean, knowing Tesla, it's the first one that comes out, it's going to be like $39,999 performance. And then they're going to trickle down to the long range at like $34,999, and then the base version will come out 3 to 4 years after that first one comes out, and like Model 2 standard range for $24,990. I think that's where it's gonna be. Yeah, they've been claiming it for years. Yeah, for sure. I think it came out, like 2 years ago at one of the like battery days or something. They talked about a Model 2, but I think it's going to be good at this point because they need something to kind of drive more excitement, more volume, because now Elon says he wants volume over margin. And, the cheaper you go, the better, the more people that, more that people can purchase it, especially when interest rates keep going up. So it'd definitely be pretty interesting. Terrence, $100 credit only good for purchases made during March? No, it's the Model 3 standard range if you buy it now through March, and the Model Y 7-seater if you buy it now through March. 1/1 to 3. Well, it's actually 1/1 until the IRS and the Treasury release more guidelines regarding which vehicles qualify due to battery and manufacturing. It's your boy, It's your boy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the video, and welcome Terrence as well. If I buy a new Model Y 7-seater, will I get the full $7,500? Yes, you'll get the $7,500 tax credit. Alexis, Tesla Model 3 at 25 might be 2018, but they're holding tight on 2019, 2020. I mean, at this point, now that you can stack, the price plus this $4,000 tax credit, I would say just find like the best one that you can get. Maybe I still wouldn't buy just yet, like used wise, especially Model 3s, unless someone has accepted your wholesale lowball offer. I need to coin that term. Like when I try and find what a vehicle's wholesale is and then I offer it, it's technically a lowball, but I don't want to use lowball because it's got negative. What do I call that? Like my little bit over wholesale offer. If they accept your little bit over wholesale offer, then I would say go for it and take it, but try and also get it under 25,000. Only good for dealer sales, not private party. Oh, okay. So I guess that makes sense. But I mean, there's a lot of dealers out there. There's private dealers, mom and pop dealers, those corner lot dealers. I bet you can make a deal with them where you facilitate the transaction, work it through this system, or buy it from an auction at this price, and then buy it from them. It's on a dealership paperwork, and then you win. It's win-win. If there's a will, there's a way at the end of the day. Decent 2019, 2020 still at 34. Yeah, exactly. Valerie, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the video. What about Radar coming back? No announcement yet. I fully expect them to announce something at that earnings call on the 25th. Looks like it's already on the calendar now, January 25th, but nothing about Radar or Vision that we've seen just yet. Alexis, maybe end of the year if the economy tanks, otherwise I predict no. Yeah, I mean, also at the same time, if the economy is going bad as well, less money for, all these new vehicles that come out. So that's why I really think like Cybertruck, not this year for sure, especially if the economy keeps going down. They're going to need to double down on like, more production and more deliveries or incentives to deliver vehicles. They're gonna have less money unless like the vehicle is ready to go and they're just stalling for some reason, which they could be too. Tabi Eddie, holy cow, a 2013 Model S exists. Yeah, I think it like first year was like 2012 or something like that. Maximize music. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Model S is old, and if you've ever been in an old Model S like that, It's dated, that is for sure. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Please hit that like if you enjoy it. Check out the links below in the description if you want to support the channel. And I'll be back in 5 minutes. I have one last video for tonight, and it's actually regarding the IRS tax credit and all that stuff. There's something we all need to do to support the cause for Tesla. So I'm going to make a video about it, and hopefully you guys will join in on the cause. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.